Hello students, now today I'll discuss about the NAT implementation. NAT means Network Address Translation. The number of home users and small businesses that want to use the internet is ever increasing. In the beginning, a user was connected to the internet with a dial-up line, which means that she was connected for a specific period of time. An ISP with a block of addresses could dynamically assign an address to this user. An address was given to a user when it was needed. But the situation is different today. Home users and small businesses can be connected by an ADSL line, or you can say cable modem, right? In addition, many are not happy with one addresses. Many have created small networks with several hosts and need an IP address for each host. With a shortage of addresses, this is a serious problem. A quick solution to this problem is called Network Address Translation. NAT enables a user to have a large set of addresses internally and one address or a small set of addresses externally, right? The traffic inside can use the large set, the traffic outside the small set. To separate the addresses used inside the home or businesses and the ones used for the internet. Basically, the range in between 10.0.0.0 to 10.255 to 255.255, it is the range, that means 2 to the power 24 is used for private networks. On the other hand, you can say there is some range in between 172.16.0.0 to 172.31.255.255. That means 2 to the power 20 total number of addresses are used for private networks. And 192.168.0.0 to 192.168.255.255, this is the range, that means 2 to the power 16, that is total number of addresses is used for private networks. Any organization can use an address out of this set without permission from the internet authorities. Everyone knows that these reserved addresses are for private networks. They are unique inside the organization, but they are not unique globally, right? No router will forward a packet that has one of these addresses as the destination address. The site must have only one single connection to the global internet through a router that runs the NAT software. This figure shows the private network uses a private addresses. The router that connects the network to the global addresses use one private address and one global addresses. The private network is transparent to the rest of the internet. The rest of the internet sees only the NAT router with the address 200.24.5.8. Right. All the outgoing packets go through the NAT router, which replaces the source address in the packet with the global NAT address. All incoming packets also pass through the NAT router, which replaces the destination address in the packet. Right, the NAT router global address with the appropriate private address. We can see in this figure the address translation procedure. Right. The reader may have noticed that translating the source addresses for outgoing packets is straightforward. But how does the NAT router know the destination address for a packet coming from the internet? There may be tens or thousands of private IP addresses, each belonging to one specific host. The problem is solved if the NAT router has a translation table. Using one IP address, there is some cases, right? Using one IP address, it is the simplest form. A translation table has only two columns, the private address and the external address. Destination address of the packet. When the router translates the source address of the outgoing packet, it also makes note of the destination address where the packet is going. When the response comes back from the destination, the router uses the source address of the packet as the external address to find the private address of the packet. This figure shows the idea. Note that the addresses that are changed translated as shown in color. Right. In this strategy, communication must always be initiated by the private network. The NAT mechanism described requires that the private network starts the communication. As we will see, NAT is used mostly by the ISPs, which assign one single address to the customer. The customer, however, may be a member of a private network that has many private addresses. In this case, communication with the internet is always initiated from the customer side using a client program such as HTTP, Telnet or FTP to access the corresponding server program. In another case, if using a pool of IP addresses, since the NAT router has only one global addresses, only one private network host can access the same external host. To remove these restrictions, the NAT router uses a pool of global addresses. For example, instead of using only one global address, that is 200.24.5.8, which was in figure, the now NAT router can uses four addresses, 200.24.5.8 to 200.24.5.11, four addresses, right? In this case, four private network hosts can communicate with the same external host at the same time because each pair of addresses defines a connection. Another case, it is given in using both IP addresses and port number. To allow a many-to-many relationship between private network host and external server programs, we need more information in the translation table. For example, suppose two hosts with addresses 127.18.3.1 and 172.18.3.2 inside a private network need to access the HTTP server on external host to 25.8.3.2. Right. If the translation table has 5 columns, instead of 2 that include the source and destination port numbers of the transport layer protocol, the ambiguity is eliminated. Note that when the response from HTTP comes back, the combination of source address and the destination port number defines the private network host to which the response should be directed. Note also that for this translation to work, the temporary port number 1400, here this picture 1400 and 1401, these are must be unique. If I can say about the ISP and NAT, an ISP that serves dial-up customers can use NAT technology to conserve addresses. For example, suppose an ISP is granted 1000 addresses but has 10,000 or 1 lakh customers, right? Each of these customers is assigned a private network address. The ISP translates each of 10,000 or 1 lakh source addresses in outgoing packets to one of the 1000 global addresses. It translates the global destination address in incoming packets to the corresponding private addresses. Thank you, students.